The one thing about Devil's Lake is that it's a huge body of water. The lake is flooded through the years. There's flooded roadbeds and farmhouses and on and on. The one thing is the fish can be anywhere. In fact, laid ice on any lake, you've got to actually hunt them down. So we started off on a flooded roadbed. There's a large flooded roadbed, topped out about 15 feet of water. We fished the tops and the edges. This particular roadbed went for miles. Caught some fish. Essentially, though, we just didn't feel like that was the right situation. We weren't marking enough fish. We drilled a lot of holes. So then the next place we looked was in a real deep water flat. In fact, it was 50, 55 feet deep. And we caught quite a few fish there, but they're smaller fish. But it wasn't until we found the mother lode, and that mother lode was located on big flat with weeds and rocks on top. The water would be anywhere from 6 to 12 feet deep. The best bite was early in the morning and later in the day, and that's where all the bigger fish were, and there were lots of them.
Devil's Lake is definitely unique in its structure and its sprawling, ever-expanding waters. But there's another underlying factor at play here that increases your chances of seeing bigger, healthier fish overall.
Got him, Jason?
I got him.
Was it a good one?
Get him started. This is really shallow water.
Yeah.
These fish are aggressive when they come in here. Heavy fish.
Yeah, the sun's coming up and these fish are going on a tear right now.
Yeah, they're moving through here. You know, and the season doesn't close out here too, and so,
look at that fish.
Look at that fatty. You know, this high water situation creates some incredible fish. You know, and the season doesn't close for walleyes out here, and this is just a tremendous time to be out here. You know, March, sometimes we're even fishing into April. You know, we get plenty of winter here in Devil's Lake, and what an incredible ice fishing opportunity. You know, since I started guiding, Devil's Lake's risen over 20 feet, more than tripled in size. And with this high waters create a lot of unique forage bases that are derived from invertebrates. In fact, the backbone of this entire fishery is an invertebrate about this big called a freshwater shrimp. Now with this high water, a lot of terrestrial vegetation, even trees, bushes, grass, has been inundated by this high water. And whenever you have high water covering terrestrial vegetation, it releases a lot of carbon in the ecosystem, so you have a tremendous productive fishery, and that's why Devil's Lake is such a fish factory.
The Real Deal. Real fishing information from real fishing experts. Presented by AMSOIL.
You know, for years in the two-stroke class of outboards, the Mercury Optimax Pro XS has been an industry leader. And there's been a few cool advances that they've really made. New graphics on it, obviously that's not the only thing. I have Robin Singer here, the Merc Professor. He is the man when it comes to any of the products. Knows everything there is to know, right?
Well, thank you. I hope to, yes.
So like I said, a lot of good changes, not only the new cool look to it, EPA regulations are making you change some things with the engines. What's going on there?
And really the customer's going to benefit. That's the good part. You know, we've changed the exhaust bucket. We did the exhaust tuning a little different in it. Obviously it's about the fuel quality, what's happening in the industry, make it more reliable. You know, you think back on the history of the Optimax, and later on we introduced the Pro XS. It's about horsepower, plus horsepower engine. The standard Optimax uses the stainless steel reed. The Pro XS uses the carbon fiber, lets it ingest a little bit more air, make a little bit more power. Pop that boat up on quick, get you to the fish, and get you back.
Yeah, so when you mention plus horsepower, you basically just mean versus the regular 225 Optimax, an XS will just be a little bit more horsepower, a little bit faster on the top end, and that's why you see so many of these engines for many years on the tournament scene with some of the bigger boats. But the beauty of the Pro XS is you guys have actually expanded it and cover all the way from the 115 horse up to 300 horse now, so it covers a variety of different size boats that you can put the engine on, get that same performance that us tournament anglers like in some of the smaller fishing packages.
And the technology continues. You know, you think back, what's the deal with Optimax? What's the deal with Pro XS? It's the gear case. Hydrodynamically, the way we slice through the water, next generation gear case coming next year, it's exciting. Propellers, you know, we're the leader when it comes to propeller technology. The performance vent hole, how we can get that boat up on top. You've got the live wells full, you got the load, and the two-stroke's going to be around for a while. You know, we're going to be able to compete. And again, at Mercury, whether it's four-stroke or the Pro XS, we offer what the fishermen want.